All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Wait, is it the morning? No, it's not. It's the afternoon, guys. Blessings to everyone in the name of Yeshua, Jesus the Messiah. I pray everybody is very, very blessed. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Let's see if we can get this up to 1,000 likes. That would be absolutely amazing. Shout out to Far Cry. Powell didn't say anything new. We all knew that already. LOL. That's true. Powell doesn't really have anything new to say, but here's the thing. When you're a YouTuber, when it's the internet, everything needs to be sensational, right? Everything's sensational. We live in an over-sensationalized world, right? We drive on sensationalism, dopamine. That's what gets us going. Yeah! Shout out to Tyler M. He says, what's up? Here from Tom Crown's stream. Shout out to Tom Crown. I love that guy. What do you think we should do from here? Well, I think we need to hang tight because Bitcoin really hasn't done very much given this Powell press conference as well. Shout out to Jason Mayer who says it depends. Absolutely. Absolutely. 15-minute looks bullish. I do think we look bullish on some lower time frames as well, my friend. Shout out to Edward Talk. Entered at 21,900 and got out at 450. Market doesn't really seem to have decided, so you got scared. It happens, man. Hey, profit is profit. Profit is profit. Shout out to Dusto. K-Pax dropped some knowledge in the stream this morning. If you aren't in the private Casper Crew VIP Discord, I don't know what you're waiting for. It literally pays for itself. Shout out to K-Pax dropping the juicy goodness this morning in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Shout out to KV Hups. Do you smell what the Rockets cooking intro music? I smell it. Is Powell hawkish? He seemed a little bit hawkish, right? He said that they might have to raise rates a little bit higher than expected, right? Maybe 50 beats per second. Right, instead of 25 beats per second, so they're upping the tempo a little bit there. Shout out to Igor. He says Jerome Powell just said at the Fed meeting that Bitcoin can heal cancer. Interesting stuff. Let's go, baby. Dumping, going lower or going higher. We're gonna be getting into it, guys. Shout out to Ben Spada. Shout out to David. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. What is going up? What is going up? Is it Bitcoin? We don't know. We don't know. Shout out to Dave Digital. What is going on, bro? Crypto Carnage. What is going on? William Castillo. What is going on? Houston. We need Jerome Powell to make some DSL thumbnails. Yeah, we absolutely do, guys. We need JP, our man JP, to be making some thumbnails over here. That's right. The Casper Crew, man. We do have juice in that Discord. We are blessed to have some of the best traders in the world in that Discord, giving out every single day the juiciest technical analysis, the setups, the live streams, the TA. It's absolutely a blessing to be a part of that community. Do I preset stop losses always explicit? If I'm going to limit order into a trade, I do preset stop losses. Absolutely, right? If you have a trading idea and you're going to limit in, make sure you have your position size calculated and your stop loss calculated in advance. We can take a look at some coins today, guys, because shout out to Hardik Patel. Shout out to Chip Chocolate. What is going on? Chip Chocolate. Shout out to Cozy Babe. What is going on? Guys, it is very interesting today. As we can see, the Bitcoin price is pretty much still range bound, right? Pretty much still range bound. As we can see, the low that we put in Thursday after the dreaded Silvergate debacle and the high that we put in over the weekend, even after all this stuff, Jerome Powell coming out, talking about upping the tempo to 50 beats per second, blast beats, double bass, we haven't really had too much. The S&P 500 got a pretty significant move down, finding somewhat of support here. You know, we've got some supports down below us. The dollar getting a pretty big move to the upside upon the news, upon Jerome Powell coming out. And here's the thing, guys. The dollar is officially now making a higher high. If we go to the daily time frame, we can see that although we did reject from the 618 Fibonacci a few days ago, man, look at that juicy higher high. All right, this is absolutely more bullish than this thumbnail right here over on ByBit. And honestly, guys, this is pretty wild. Make sure to like the stream. We're going to be getting into Bitcoin is right now hanging on the edge, hanging right on the edge of, well, honestly, we could re-experience that time that me and my friend lost $10 million gambling in his room, right? It was a fun time. It was a little bit concerning, but it was okay. He told me the whole time, don't worry, Jason, it's going to be all right, bro. We'll be back on here again tomorrow doing the same thing. So, what has happened after JP comes out with this news? Well, let's talk about what happened. First of all, we dipped down into a very important zone of support. The zone of support was basically this green box right here that we have on our chart. That we've had on our chart now for a long time. CDW plus value area low plus golden pocket plus 786 zone right here. We dipped down into this level, and we did in fact get a nice bounce from that level. And if we take a look at some of the lower time frames as we dipped down into the level, we could see as the price continued to get lower. I actually took 2 scalps from this level. The first one was right here when we got that first bounce with the bullish divergences. And the second one was right here when we got that second bounce with the bullish divergences. And when we came down to that area, there's something that we need to take a look at, which is this, right? Let's take a look at the order flow chart, because we got a very clear confirmation that we were getting a bounce from that level. And I want to go over it because I know it will help other people in the future get into similar trades, right? So here's what we had going on here. And it's actually, it's a little bit difficult to see here on this chart on coinanalyze.net, but we can see that as we came down here, right, and we put in our first low, it's actually pretty hard to see on the 1 minute chart. You need to use a trend reversal chart, but ever so slightly here, as we come back down to retest right here, we are in fact seeing the CVD getting lower right here. As the open interest increases, we saw lots of shorts opening up in that low with bullish divergences, 1 minute money flow getting higher at a key zone of support. So when you have all those things together, right, we're not just looking at the 1 minute chart to get into a trade here. What we're doing is we're saying we're at a key box of support that Jason Casper drew on the chart. Now, Jason Casper, I take his levels kind of seriously. I do. I trust him. I've been trading his levels for as long as I've been a trader. I take him kind of seriously. And we see bullish divs, money flow getting higher, and we see absorption, all right? Pretty clear. Now, what happened at the top here? Why did we get a rejection? Quite simply, guys, we came up to the value area high of this local range, confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket 786 zone, right? Look at this. We come up to this area in between the golden pocket and the 786, and we get a rejection from right here, the value area high. Basically, what did we do? We came from support to resistance, guys. From support to resistance, right? That's all we did. We came from down to the 786 level on this sideways range, get a little bounce. We come up to the 786 fib level at the value area high of this range, get a rejection, and now here we are back at the value area low of the range. And as we all know, okay, about 786 and golden pocket levels, they will definitely reject you. The 786 especially, right? 618, the 618, she might reject you, okay? There's a chance she might go out with you. Definitely won't go out with me, but her sister, the 786 fib, she definitely won't go out with you, okay? She definitely won't. In fact, she might not even be into dudes. Shout out to Indiana Candles. He says, "What's up, brother? Let's hit that 4-hour bull div." Yeah, let's hit that 4-hour bull div. Let's see what's gonna happen, right? Let's see what's gonna happen here. You know, when I think about the 4-hour bullish divergence that may print here, it does get me a little excited. Like the time me and Carl from the moon went to McDonald's in his Maserati. I mean his Lamborghini. Okay. Here's the Lamborghini symbol right here. You know, people say, they're like, "Jason, it's not a Maserati, it's a Lamborghini." I know. I can clearly see right here, LB, Lamborghini. You know? And, here's the thing, guys. I have to be honest with you. I know I was very, very bullish yesterday. But when I am starting to see what's happening now on some of these lower time frames, if we start to now put in another lower low here, man, I don't know, because money flow is starting to come back down on the 1 hour. When we take a look at the 6 minute, when we came up to that high, we got a bearish divergence, pretty intense actually. Look at this thing. Look at this crazy bearish div that we got. We put in this high, we put in this lower high right here, money flow getting lower, And now we're getting a hidden bearish div on the 6-minute, which I know I don't really look at hidden divergences on the 6-minute, but man, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. And the fact that Jerome Powell is coming out more bearish now, not that I think that the news dictates the markets at all. All I'm saying is I was kind of hoping today and expecting that we were going to take this low. The low from down here. I'm actually pretty surprised that we didn't take this low this morning. And when we look at the 1 hour time frame, yes, we still have the bullish divergences on the 1 hour time frame. We absolutely do. But if we start to get now another momentum wave, a curve over right here, like this, we will lose those bullish divergences. Right now, we have a very small place. If we come below -73 on the 1 hour, that is not very bullish. So right now we're at -66. Shout out to Smitty. XRP, baby. Yeah, we could take a look at XRP. We'll take a look at some other coins. Let me take a few notes of the coins that we need to be looking at right now. Make sure to like the stream, guys. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes up in here. And by the way, shout out to our sponsor, Carl from the Moon. We do have our movie coming out very soon. Here it is.
Hello, I would like to get a Big Mac meal.
Yeah, okay, so we do really need to keep our eyes on this, because the bigger context right now of the market is the fact that, I mean, if we're going to lose this, things could get very, very bearish very, very quickly. And we all know that there is a chance. Shout out to Tattoo Destroyer, red dot in the weekly, has not confirmed yet. Yeah. Yep, that's true. So here's the thing. We are right now, if we're going to lose this trend line, right, in my opinion, that could get pretty dang bearish. Depending on how we want to draw this trend line, because then we will officially be putting in a lower low on the daily time frame, which will then officially now put us into bearish market structure, which means that potentially this short trade from the setup given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord could play out to the target that we also gave in the Discord, which is down to the lows, guys, right? That is where I'm looking to hold this as a swing trade, down to those lows. And you know, something else that we need to keep in mind is we did come up to key resistance, and we did so with historically what is considered a top signal. So it's always been an if-then scenario for me, right? It's always been an if-then scenario. If we don't lose this level, and if we continue to print bullish divergences, then I will stay bullish. But I am not 100% bullish, right? I understand we've come to the top. I understand that the money flow and the momentum on market Cipher B has been getting lower, giving us the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boot pattern. His red pepperoni tattooed nipples getting lower, the money flow getting lower. Okay? As the price is getting higher, this is not very, very bullish. And we've been watching for the past few days very bullish signs forming on the chart, but they have not yet been confirmed, right? We're saying, look, we're seeing the potential of a hidden bullish divergence form. Okay, now as we look at this daily time frame, it's actually starting to look like that bullish divergence is not going to confirm. If we look at the VWAP, we've also been saying there's a real possibility, as long as we don't lose 21.4, that we get the 4-hour bullish divergence. Well, that's still a real possibility, right? But we have to be very careful. We don't want to get married to the fact that we're going to pump from here, because if price stays in this range too long, guys, like that's the thing. In order for that bullish thing to play out, we really need to come down and lose this low quick. But the longer we stay in this range, the less likely it is that we are going to print a divergence when we come down to here. We might do something like this, right? We might do something like that. So we really need to take it level to level and trade the chart as it comes. Right? Trade the chart as it comes. And also right now we are still in this local range. It's very, very local. I mean, the levels are obviously being very much so respected. Support from the green box from, you know, down here. One of the levels we were looking for trades at this morning, and then resistance from perfectly the value area high of the range, confluence with the 786. So at least the levels are being respected, so we know we can get trades in. And here's one thing, right? As long as right now, if we can, man, it's tough, guys. It really is tough, because we do have a confirmed bullish divergence on the 1 hour right here. This is absolutely a confirmed bullish divergence on the 1 hour. And so if we can hold this value area low, I don't see why we can't take the highs that we put in over the weekend. I've been waiting to take these highs now for a very long time. I feel like we're back in December 2022 where we got very, very little volatility. Let's check out what's happening on the order flow chart. What is actually happening here? We did get some bearish CVD actually. We got some pretty bearish CVD actually forming as we put in this lower high right here. And now we're kind of like struggling with the VWAP. So what is bearish CVD? Basically means we saw a whole bunch of retail traders longing. In fact, this chart kind of shows us what exactly was happening here. See all these blue things getting higher right here? Those are showing us that retail traders are longing. We can see longs opening up, opening up, opening up, opening up. But even though we have a lot of longs opening up here, the price is not putting in a higher high. In fact, the price puts in a lower high. And this white line right here is actually getting higher as the lower high is being put in, which is not necessarily the most bullish looking thing in the world. Now, the thing that concerns me a little bit more also is the dollar here, as we currently are tapping into that 0.65 Fibonacci level, getting a little bit of a rejection right there. If this thing is really going to break out of this Fibonacci level, here's the thing: the dollar right now on the daily, all this price action right here, all these highs are just begging to get taken out. They're just begging to get taken out. There's really no good, clear like market structure on this weird descending channel, right? That's why we got such a big pump up right here, because look at this. There's just liquidity looking to be grabbed. Well, we have the same exact thing all in here, right? And so if we're going to break out of this Fibonacci golden pocket, then I think we can get a move up to 107.7, a major support resistance flip, or even more detrimental for Bitcoin, 109. And when we look at the money flow here, it is looking bullish as heck, right? I was hoping that this would give us more of a rejection here. I was hoping that we were going to find some nice supports with some bullish divs, but the longer we stay around these parts, guys, the less bullish things are looking. Look at the S&P. Got a rejection from a local golden pocket, getting a move to the downside right now, fell through a local golden pocket, coming down to a local 786. Next major support for the S&P right now is going to be 39.85. We have a 618 Fibonacci level at 39.85. So that's the state of the union, guys. That's the economic standpoint that we've got going on right now with Bitcoin. And so, yes, I did take the long from the 786. I did take the short from the value area high. And I'm just kind of in a schlong, kind of waiting to see what happens. I'm still holding the swing short from 25, whatever. And by the way, guys, if you want to take advantage of 0% limit fees on ByBit, link in the description. Deposit $100, get a month free of the Crypto Fusion trading bot. It's actually a pretty dang good deal. Silver tanked 5%, says Lane Hughes. I heard that silver took a big dump as well. That's actually kind of good, because I am a silver stacker, right? I do enjoy myself some nice silver. I think it's important to have physical precious metals as part of your portfolio. So Tattoo Destroyer says we have a red dot on the weekly. Dylan says I want to take that low. We have a nice looking 8-hour order block right below the wick. Yeah, let's take a look at the low, because that really is the only place I'm interested right now in taking the long trade from. So let's take a look here. We've got the low down here at like 21,844. Let's go to the 8-hour. We have a nice 8-hour order block right here, says Dylan Waves. By the way, check out Dylan Waves on YouTube. We have a nice 8-hour order block right down here at 21,766. That looks pretty dang juicy. We also know if we go to the weekly time frame, we have a weekly level right down here as well at 21,779. We also know if we go to the daily time frame, we've got a nice daily level right around the same place as the 8-hour. So we've got all these nice levels of confluence down here. If we take these lows, we could absolutely get a nice bounce from there, right? We could absolutely get a nice bounce from there like this. That would be very nice to come down to hit this level. That is the next zone I'm personally looking for a long. And the only thing that concerns me about this right now is the fact that the 1 hour, man, I mean, it's not looking as bullish as it was, guys. It's not looking as bullish as it was. We'll have to be looking at some lower time frames in order to get in here. The 12 minute actually is looking pretty dang nice, I would have to say, for a drop down like this and then a bounce. The 12 minutes actually looking kind of nice for that, but money flow is, man, it's a little bit dismal here. It's a little bit dismal. And then honestly, that is a place I'd be looking for long for short trades. You know, obviously we would want to take out the highs from over the weekend. We do have some levels just above, but I guess you guys can't see my chart, huh? Can't see my chart, dang. Yeah, that's a bummer. That's a huge bummer. Well, shout out to everyone in the chat who's bringing to my attention that the screen is broken. Yeah, we got to change the screen. So we're saying that down here, 21,779, we have an 8-hour order block. We have a daily order block. We have a weekly order block from these previous lows, right? This white line right here. And so the 12 minute is actually still looking pretty nice for a long. If we can get a quick move down there, we can see that the 12 minute actually would be giving us a nice bullish divergence, a nice uneven butt cheek pattern that we would have coming in right here with the juicy left cheek, skinny right cheek. Yeah, so I think it's still possible. And then for shorts, I've been waiting for a long time to basically take out the highs that we have from over the weekend, right? We put in this high on Saturday, and it really, we're just, this liquidity is begging to get taken out as well. And we do have some levels to the upside there, but I think what's most important is that we're not going to lose 21.4. A lot of people are getting very, very bearish right now, but we need to just stick to what we know to be objectively true, right? We can't know what price is going to do in the future, but objectively speaking, we know for certain that if we don't lose 21.4, we're still in an uptrend. And we also know that we have a very clearly defined sideways range from which to look for longs from the low and shorts from the high. And so we don't have to worry too much about it right now, right? We don't have to worry too much about it right now. Okay, so Kenny G says on other exchanges the low was taken. We'll take a look at some other exchanges. Okay, so shout out to Indiana Candles. He says we did take the low. All right, very, very interesting. Let's check out Coinbase. Wow. Coinbase took the low. That is very interesting. Okay, so interesting. You know what? The fact that Coinbase took that low with all these bullish divs, that is quite interesting. The last time I remember this happening was, I think, at Bitcoin's absolute low. Let's go back to November. I remember this happening. There was one time that ByBit did not take the low and all the other exchanges did, and then ByBit did take that low. It happened right here, back at the Bitcoin absolute low. In fact, I remember taking this long trade because I was at the chiropractor. I was driving to the chiropractor when ByBit took this low. So Coinbase took the low back in November. Bear with me, guys, because this does not happen very often. So we need to look at what happened last time. So Coinbase took that low at 16 o'clock. At 16 o'clock. Let's see when ByBit took that low. Let's see when ByBit took that low. Okay, never mind. They did take the low at the same time. Well, see, guys, I guess I'm thinking about something different. Huh, that is so interesting. I don't know how I feel about this because a lot of times when all the exchanges aren't in sync like that, it's not necessarily a good thing. It's not as sure, to say the least. It's not as sure. So we're going to have to wait and see. Maybe ByBit is going to go for that low. If Coinbase doesn't put in a lower low, but ByBit does, I would consider that to be a bullish thing. But if Coinbase is also putting in a lower low, I would not consider that now to be a bullish thing. So we do need to be watching Coinbase chart. I don't know if you guys are also trading on Binance, but just make sure, like, if you see ByBit taking this low, be watching those other exchanges, because if they're also putting in a lower low from what they did right here, I don't know. Just be more cautious with it. Of course, just make sure to only take trades with good risk management with your confirmations, and you'll be good no matter what. Right? You'll be good no matter what. Okay, so we are getting a bit of a move to the downside right here. We have still yet to put in a lower low, so if we come below 22,180, then that's a little bit more bearish, right? Because we have our high, we have our low, we have our lower high. We are not officially changed market structure here until we take out this low. Some might say taking this low was the change of structure. Could be. Depends on how you want to look at this. All right, let's take a look at some other assets, guys. Let's take a look right now at, well, we'll take a look at ETH first to see what ETH has done during all this. So ETH came down to our long zone from the Casper Crew VIP Discord, got a nice bounce right from that zone. Right? Let's turn off some of these levels because we want to just basically be looking at higher term time frame stuff. So ETH is very interesting because at least on the ByBit chart, ETH did not take its low either. And we know just like Bitcoin, ETH has some nice zones of liquidity just below. We have a weekly order block. We have a daily order block just below us. And you could say for ETH, actually, that we are printing some juicy bullish divs on the 1 hour already. You could say also the same about the 4 hour, potentially, if we're going to confirm a green dot right here, that we have put in now lower lows. And from this, we could pull it from here. We could even be pulling the divergence from this low to this low, showing that, yeah, as the price was getting lower right here locally, we are printing somewhat of a bullish divergence on the 4 hour time frame as well. And the thing about ETH is, look, we're even still trading within this larger range right here, this larger range, and unless we're going to lose the key low at 1465, we're still technically also in bullish market structure. So for swing trading, right, the way I'm approaching Bitcoin and Ethereum for swing trading is if we're going to lose this, then I'm going to go into, all right, where's the next potential swing short, right? Which in my opinion for Bitcoin and ETH is probably going to be around the Fibonacci golden pocket, probably going to be around the volume nodes. Like, look at this. I mean, we got some very obvious confluences right here of if we're going to put in a lower low here, where would we look for that juicy swing short to then take it all the way back down to, honestly, the lows of this giant range that we've been trading in since May, right? That's what we would really be looking at, right? We would be looking to trade ETH all the way back down to probably around the $1,500 area if we're going to put in a lower low here. It's a very smooth move up, a very, very smooth move back down. That's kind of just how it is. And so it's really just a waiting game as far as the swing trades go for me right now, because unfortunately, I was really hoping for Bitcoin and ETH to come down to these levels to look for a swing long to kind of hold up to higher prices. But right now, we have not really had that yet. We've only had scalp opportunities present us today. Let's take a look at XRP. XRP. Well, XRP is pumping like crazy. Let's turn off this trading idea that we're looking at here. XRP is pumping like crazy. And, you know, this is the 4 hour chart. So in the past day, right, in the past day, XRP is up right now about 4%. That's quite a bit considering Bitcoin is so low, right? Let's pull a fib from this low wick to the high and see what happened here. Bounced from the local Fibonacci golden pocket 786, and we have officially now put in a high that's higher than this one here. So you could say that we've officially now switched into somewhat of bullish market structure. Let's pull a fib from here to here. Wow. So XRP, man, this is starting to look bullish to me. I would be looking for a move up to the 38, 39 cent area where we have a high volume node and a golden pocket. And then I would be looking basically to you know, if I was actively looking to trade this, that would actually be really nice, right? A move down to, you know, if we continue up here and we take out these highs, right? That is very bullish. Low, high, higher low, higher high. Then we would look to come down to put in our higher low. Basically back testing the support resistance flip at this value area low of the range at around 37 cents. Confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket. And then I would look to take it up even higher than that. And you know what? Also, guys, now that I'm looking at this also on a higher term time frame, XRP looking kind of bullish in the sense that just based on what we see with this low that we put in here, and then we put in a higher high. So if this really is going to be a bottom, this is actually kind of looking like a nice higher low right here. We did it with bullish divergences on the 4-hour time frame, market Cipher B. Now, I'm just going based off the technicals and the market structure right here, right? I know Jerome Powell and World War III and all this, right? So, like, you know, cut me some slack. I always get those people commenting, right? I'm just going over what the charts say, and I'm a technical trader, so I trade what the charts are looking like. I don't go by the news. I don't care about all the other, you know, speeches and this and that. I just go by what the charts say. And right now, if we're going to really put in this high to this key resistance, I would absolutely be looking to long a higher low, because we have a higher low being put in right here. Very nice with 4-hour divergences after the initial low. We have locally now changed market structure. So a lot of things are pointing to the fact that this is now a bullish looking chart, at least locally, at least on the 4-hour. So that's very interesting about XRP. Very interesting about XRP. Can I explain volume and how I use it? F the news, says Aaron Korn. The DXY looks powerful. Yeah, the DXY definitely. Wow. Yeah, look at that daily candle, guys. This is definitely a Pfizer candle right here. The big blue. Yeah, it does look powerful. So the way we use volume, right, is basically we're looking to see where did most of the asset exchange hands, right? Where's most of the asset exchange hands? The reason why this can be advantageous to us is because it sets up for us levels of support and resistance, right? Levels of support and resistance. So the reason why we found resistance right here is because we came up to the value area high of the range. And what it basically does is it's telling us, okay, where has the market considered Bitcoin to be a fair value? Where's the market considered Bitcoin to be a fair value? And so we know now that if the price comes above the fair value zone, it's considered overpriced. We need to look for a correction to the downside, and vice versa. If it comes below fair value zone, it's considered underpriced. We need to look to a correction to the upside, right? And so that's how we're going to be using the volume. And when we come up outside of the upper value area range and we come back inside, we can look for a move back down to the low. Right? This is the 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at how this happened on the 24-minute. Look at this, right? Look at this. So we came up to the top of the value area. Let's go even to a lower time frame so we can see it more clearly. Let me zoom out here. Okay, so look what happened. We came to the top of the value area, which happened right here. And then we got to move back down to the bottom of the value area, and then we got to move back up inside because we're trying to stay within that fair value. Now, it doesn't, obviously, we're going to have breakups and breakdowns, but for the most part, we're going to stay within that more than not. Now, this middle white line, this high volume node, this is going to be resistance if we're below it and support if we're above it. So if we're coming from the value area high, we can expect to find support at the high volume node, which we did right here. But we also know even if we find support here, it's still more probable than not we'll make our way back down to fill that entire value area. And so right now, we came down to the low. We found some resistance here at the high volume node. We know it's still more probable than not that we make our way up here. But the fact now that we're putting in a lower low, this is, in my mind, saying, okay, the market now wants to trade Bitcoin at a lower price and maybe start to establish a new value area zone. And if we combine these with other tools like Fibonacci, we can get very juicy levels. For example, look at this, where we reject from, not only was it the value area high, but it was the 786 Fibonacci level as well, from the high we put in on Saturday, from the low that we put in when JP started his speech, right? So this is how we build confluences, and this is how, you know, every day in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, when I'm posting my setups, when K-Pax, Boy, and White Phoenix are posting their setups, they are looking for zones of confluence. We're all using slightly different tools to do it because we're all different styles of traders, but this is how you're going to build confluence. This is how you're going to build a trading idea. Guys, having trading ideas are so important, right? They're so important because if you have a trading idea and you have a clearly defined entry, clearly defined exit, clearly defined stop loss, then, and you're using good risk management, you're not going to gamble away all your money, right? If you want to learn all this stuff in depth, check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. 20% discount in the description. But this is the blueprint of how to actually systematize your trading so that you're not just gambling, right? Most people get into this, they're gambling. You need to have everything accounted for. Your position size, your entry, your stop loss, your take profit, the reason as to why you're entering a trade, right? All those things need to be there. Otherwise, you are not trading. You're simply just gambling, right? Also, if you want to take advantage of 0% limit fees on ByBit, check out the link in the description. Deposit $100, you get a month free of the Crypto Fusion Trading Bot. Crypto Fusion Trading Bot is a tool that we use. Check out right here on the website and check it out. It'll tell you exactly what this bot is. It's actually a really good tool, right? 14 days free just for signing up. 14 days free just for signing up. Right? We want people to actually know what it is, to use it, to try it out before they commit to anything. And so that's why we're offering it for 14 days free right here. And if you want to join the Casper Crew, guys, we're every single day, we are giving live streams, we're giving our steps. You can go to patreon.com/JasonCasper, the most thriving community during the bear market. And this Friday, we are having game day, which means there's going to be multiple chances to win $500 prizes. And it's a really, really fun time as well. So I'm very excited for that. It's always one of the funnest times when we play games in the Casper Crew. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. God bless you all. The S&P touched support. Let's check out the good old SPX. Okay, so we are not quite at the Fibonacci Golden Pocket local yet. This is not SPX. This is actually the ES, the mini futures chart. So we are coming down into a zone of support here. Right, these highs, this support resistance flip. I'm looking specifically right here at the golden pocket and the high volume node of this range, right? That's what I am specifically looking at right here. So I would like to see us come a little bit lower. And if we do come whoa, that changed. That has changed. Would you look at that? Wow. Would you look at that? Okay, but we still have a high volume node right here. So let's mark out that high volume node. But honestly, guys, the fact that the SPX is now below this high volume node of the range, oof, man. Remember, we were just talking about volume. It means it's more probable than not we make our way back down to the lows. But our next zone of support right now is going to be this high volume node that we have right here, the old point of control, confluence with this Fibonacci golden pocket. So I'm going to set an alert here because when the price comes down to here, we need to be aware. Right? We need to be aware of that. It's just a little bit lower. Let's check out our dollar. Oof, the dollar is pumping like crazy right now. Like crazy. Man, the dollar is straight up pumping right now. What am I even doing with my life? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to like the stream. We got about 1,300 people in here. Only about 400 likes. All right, snatch it, bro. Quit spamming the chat, my friend, please. Otherwise, we're going to have to ban you. Shout out to Panda Storm. Shout out to Mohammed Daywood. What about Blurcoin? I don't know. It's too new for me to really have an opinion on it. Really, it's too new for me to have an opinion on it. So, shout out to Stan Brad. Jason, did you really visit your friend Sato in Korea? Miss his two other friends. Yeah, of course, man. This is totally not photoshopped at all, right? This is legit. You could tell, right? What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Do you guys think this is real or not? Would I be making this face if it was fake? You know, he was like, don't worry, Jason. This is how Sato talks English. People think he doesn't know English. He does, and he has an accent like this. He's like, don't worry, Jason. Everything will be okay. My dad will give me more money if we lose it, okay? Trust me. Everything will be all right. Don't worry. But here's the thing. I told him, but Sato, but my dad doesn't have that kind of money. He's like, don't worry about it, Jason. Everything will be okay. Okay? So I went with it. I went with it. Okay? And here's the thing. Another thing he told me, Jason, don't worry about it, man. As long as we don't close the trade, okay? It's not realized loss yet. Right? Still in the green. Hamza wants me to take a live trade. I haven't taken a live trade on here in a few weeks, bro. And there just hasn't been an opportunity. But in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we are taking trades quite often because we're streaming during the market open sessions. Right? So it's not very often we get a trade set up at 1 in the afternoon Eastern time here. And right now there is no trade to take here. Well, there might be. Let's stick around. Let's stick around because I'm more than willing to put 100 grand on a position live on YouTube. But I need price to come to one of my levels first, right? I need price to come to one of my levels first. Now let's see here. As you can see, we are dripping down, and I do have, as you can see, my stop loss at the entry. And I even still actually have a limit order here at the 786 fib to see if we get a little last hope bounce down here. But other than that, I've just got take profits on my short. Shout out to 6 Juanita. Shout out to 5th Dimension Seeker. XRP summary judgment within hours to a couple days. Let's go, baby. Suck it, Gare Bear. Let's effing go. F yeah. Thanks for the comment, my friend. Shout out to Jason Westfall. He says, Jesus is in control. I absolutely believe that with all my heart. Absolutely. So everybody says, am I using ByBit Testnet CM? Of course I am. Of course I am. I would never trade with real money, and I would never recommend anybody trade with real money. The purpose of life is to avoid all risks at all costs. Right? That's why, for example, if there's a chance you might get sick, close down your business. If you have to leave your house, make sure to cover up your nose, your mouth, your ears, your eyes, your anus. And you don't want to get sick, but more than that, you don't want to get anybody else sick, right? You don't want to get your grandmother sick, so make sure to cover your anus. What do they say? There's a proverb that they say, cover your anus to make grandma famous, I think, right? Cover your anus to make grandma famous. It goes back to that heart-touching story about the grandma who wanted to be a professional TikToker, and she was scared she might get sick, and so the son and the daughter, they covered their anus to make grandma famous. You guys remember that one? Well, anyway, because I would never take any risks in real life, and I'm all about living completely risk-free, I would never trade real money, and I would never even recommend anybody do that. In fact, if you read the disclaimer on my YouTube and Discord, you know that we only, all of us in the whole entire group, only trade fake money. So of course we're using Testnet. But you know what else is cool about Testnet is it goes hand in hand with my thumbnails. Shout out to Dylan Waves. Shout out to Steven. He says, never risk anything. Just comply with everything that the government tells you and consume. That's true. Don't grow your own food. Don't be a producer. Only be a consumer. Don't produce anything. Only consume. Right? That's the safest way to go. You know, and I'm excited. Well, never mind. I'm sorry. I got to stop. I'm not trying to get shadow banned again. Sheesh. Anyway, Pokemon. Yeah, I've got a Pokemon hat. So Aladdin's looking for a swing long here to 24K. No distraction. Just heard about the Anus, right? Cover the Anus to make Grandma famous. Yeah. A swing long from here to 24K. Yep, I could see it. I could see it. I've been waiting for it as well, my friend. I've been waiting for it as well. All right, let's see if we have any other coins that we could be taking a look at right now. Shout out to Machu Picchu. It's Machu Picchu's birthday today. Machu Picchu, happy birthday, my friend. And also, guys, make sure to FOMO into the like button right now. We got about 1,000 people in here. We only have about 500 likes. So if you could smash up the likes, it would be absolutely amazing. All right, we do need to check out S&P, which is hitting the floor. Yeah, S&P is coming down toward that zone of support right now. I would like to see us come down a tad bit lower here into that golden pocket. Would be very nice. But we're coming down to a zone of support just above a high volume node and golden pocket. So maybe this could save us. Let's check out the dollar one more time. Dollar kind of finding somewhat of a resistance up here at the Fibonacci 0.65 level. All right, let's check out some other coins, guys. What coin should we take a look at? Let me know in the chat. Oh yeah, let's take a look at MATIC. We'll take a look at MATIC. Shout out to Siraj. Siraj, man. I see you in there, bro. Yeah, let's take a look at MATIC. So MATIC is getting a green dot on the daily right now, which is a confirmed hidden bullish divergence, and it actually looks really nice. Because if we take a look at this, we got uneven butt cheeks on the daily time frame, right? We came down, we put in a bottom here in the local range, right? We were trading in this local range. We put in uneven butt cheeks on the daily time frame, giving us that juicy bullish divergence. Nice Dolores at the diner price coming down to key support, bullish divergence. And now we are putting in a hidden bullish divergence, currently printing right now on the daily as money flow continues to get thicker here. You know, I can't feel bearish about that. And let's see, are we coming down to a key zone of support? Okay, so we're in between the golden pocket and the 786. That is, objectively speaking, a zone of support. Let's check out the volume here. Okay. All right. Let's pull the volume back from May. Wow. Okay. This is very interesting. So if we're pulling the volume from May, we're actually coming back inside the value area, which is not very bullish. We did get some slight bearish div on the daily here. Nothing crazy, nothing like what we have on Bitcoin. Let's check out our 4-hour. The 4-hour gave us a nice bullish divergence at this low. You know what I would like to see for MATIC? Man, this honestly looks like a nice low. Right, we put in a lower low right here with a bullish divergence on the 4-hour. And then we put in a high, and we came back down to retest the Fibonacci golden pocket. 786 zone. And now we are continuing to get that move to the upside. You know what I would like to see for MATIC? Here's what I would like to see for MATIC for a long. I don't necessarily trust this, although this could be the bottom, but we're back in that large range. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, let's put in one more lower low. That's what I would like to see. One more lower low. And if we put in one more lower low and we still continue to see this the money flow getting thicker here, something like this, that would just be the most perfect entry, right? From the value area low of this upper range right here, coming back down into this zone right here. This, to me, is a very kind of a safe entry. clear-cut invalidation because, you know, we're looking to get a bounce from these highs. I mean, it's a very nice support resistance flip right here. We have this bull flag that broke out, so coming back down to retest old resistance now is support. We have the value area low of the range. We have these old lows. If we do that and we continue to get the bullish divergences here in the context of a hidden bullish divergence on market Cipher B, that could be a nice one. It could be a nice one. Now, again, this is all contingent upon what happens with the markets at large here, because if Bitcoin is really going to take a dump and come back down to 16K, we can't be expecting the altcoins to be hitting new highs either, right? But we're just looking at the levels here, and honestly, the chart is not looking too bearish. The chart is not looking too bearish on MATIC. It's actually looking kind of bullish. It looks so bullish that if we pump up to new highs from here, we're going to be looking back telling ourselves, it was so obvious. It was just so obvious. You know, don't ever doubt market Cipher B with the money flow and the momentum waves, right? It looks pretty bullish to me. I can't remember the last time I've seen charts looking this bullish and there's not some kind of follow through. Guys, behave in the chat. Behave in the chat. Otherwise, the mods are going to ban you. All right, don't spam the chat. All right, snatch it. I'm going to ban you, bro, because you've been spamming this chat the whole time. I already warned you, man. Which type of confluences do I use, MF Hussein? I mean, I'm a big fan of using multiple levels, multiple tools that point to one level, right? Multiple tools that point to one level. So for me, if I see a fib level, if I see a volume level, if I see an order block all together, and I'm also seeing bullish divergences at that level, you know, I get kind of bullish. All right, so shout out to Machu Picchu. It's his birthday. I'm assuming that you're a man, or, you know, if you're a woman, please forgive me. Machu Picchu wants to take a look at RUNE. RUNE USDT on Binance. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. This is a very, very interesting looking chart. This is a nice looking bottom here on the 2-day money flow and momentum getting higher. Man, so, you know, I just can't help but see that, you know, we've got hidden bullish divs on the 2-day. Let's pull out some fibs here. Coming down to the 786 fib level. Coming down to local support. Now, on a lower term time frame, like the daily, you can say that we have bottomed out and now we've put in a higher high, right? We've taken out this previous high right here. And so we would potentially look to long a higher low. Right? This is how I look for my trades. Oh my goodness, that is juicy as heck. So we have a Fibonacci golden pocket lining up perfectly with the value area low of this entire uptrend so far. We can see that we have a daily order block right here as well. A daily order block right here at that level. And we can see hidden bullish divs on the daily right now as we're coming down toward a key zone of support. And if we go down to like the 4-hour, man, that's looking pretty juicy, right? I cannot lie. The 4-hour looks juicy as heck. We see money flow getting higher. We see momentum getting higher. This actually does look like a pretty well-established low right here on the 4-hour so far, because we've kind of already locally, this looks like a nice bottom, right? What makes it look like a nice bottom is this, right? if we put in a low, and then we put in a lower low, and then we put in, oh, actually, I take that back. What you want to see to establish a nice bottom is you want to see basically the first low, and then you want to see a lower low. And then after that lower low, you want to see a high come and take out the last lower high before that bottom, right? So we would have wanted to see something like this. And then once we get that, then you can look to long the golden pocket, right? That's like that's a very like easy trace up, but we never got that, right? We never got that. We did get a bounce from the golden pocket zone, but it was short-lived. So for this reason, because we haven't actually taken out the high yet, right? This isn't necessarily looking like a nice bottom just yet. Although market Cipher B is looking very bullish, I would love to get one more drop. Man, I would love to get one more drop down to that golden pocket. That's a pretty big drop. That's a pretty big drop. We're talking another 7-8% right there. But if we do drop that other 7-8%, that is a very juicy zone of confluence. High volume node is here as well. If we look at the volume profile, although the point of control is up high, we could look at this as basically two volume profiles on the chart, right? We can see how it's split. We have this low volume node right here. See how the peaks of the volume profile? It's like two, right? We've got one up here, and then we've got one right here, the upper and the lower. The lower, this line of delineation also is a support resistance flip. So we can see right here, all of a sudden we have a giant spike in volume, right? So this is how we're identifying key zones. This is where we're looking for confluences. We have a high volume node, we have a value area low, we have a golden pocket, we have daily order blocks. So we could say, okay, this green box right here between the price of 134 and 137, that's how we're going to identify that as a key zone. And then once we come down into there, if we're continuing to see the bullish divs on the 4-hour time frame like this, then that could be a very nice zone to be looking for a long, right? And of course, if we're always looking for levels like this, and we have the ideas in our head, and we're using good risk management, we're gonna have a fun time doing it, because more times than not, when you have a level like that and you have a confirmation that you're looking for, it's gonna play out to at least not a loss, right? At least not a loss. They're looking to fake pump the DXY from here. Be careful. Speaking of fake pumps, you know, guys, be careful, because I don't know if you heard the news, but I'm actually trying to fake a pump. I'm actually here, according to this person. Shout out to Daylick24. I'm here to try and start a fake pump so I can scam all of you guys. So watch out. This is definitely not financial advice, right? I'm being accused of being a scammer, all right? And yeah, I'm trying to start a fake Bitcoin pump, okay? It's going to be fake, right? It's going to look real, but it'll be fake, so watch out. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes. We do have about 1,000 viewers. Let's see if we can get about 1,000 likes. And let's check out if we got any other coins to be taking a look at. Gala is looking pretty nice. Someone says bull or bear. I don't know. I don't even know what I am anymore. Let's check out what is Bitcoin even doing right now. Bitcoin doing a nothing, doing a big old fat piece of nothing here. We actually did not come down to the golden pocket. We did not come down to the golden pocket. Shout out to Machu Picchu. Could we check out FTM? Could we check out ADA? Dread Mining wants to check out XMR. Shout out to Dave Digital, who's also a scammer. Yeah, we could check out ADA, XMR. We could check out those. You know, I do hold a lot of Cardano. I do hold a lot of Cardano. I'm not reading the order flow. Okay, let's check out the order flow, because shout out to Lancer. And the AI wants me to check out BEL. Sure, yeah, we'll check out Phantom. We'll check out BEL. We're going to check out XMR, ADA, Phantom, and Bell. And let's check out also the order flow right now to see what's about to happen with Bitcoin. Okay, we are printing a bearish CVD divergence here. This is a bearish CVD divergence locally. But, man, in order for it to be real bearish, we would need to put in a higher high on CVD than we put right here. Right, I would want to see, basically, let's kind of wait and see what happens at VWAP. If we come up to VWAP and this white line comes up above the 2 million level, that would be very, very bearish. That would be actually extremely bearish, and that could give us another big push to the downside. But locally, we do have a CVD divergence, because from this high at the VWAP to where we are right now, we can see there are actually more longs opening, and yet price is not able to make a higher high. We also do see some shorts opening, though. I mean, we do see some shorts opening as well here, right? Let's actually quickly pull a fib on Bitcoin from the VWAP to where we're at right now and see where are we coming up to. Okay, so we're coming up to a zone of resistance here. So yeah, this is a valid place, I suppose, to be looking for a local CVD divergence, but we would want to see the divergence coming up from at least this high, in my opinion, and preferably we would want to see it coming all the way up from this high as well. Right, those are always going to be the most accurate divergences here. The 1 minute gave us some nice bottom curvature there when we came down to that zone. So let's quickly just monitor this. Okay, so the CVD is getting even higher now as we speak. We've got more longs coming in right now. We've got more longs coming in. We've got about 250,000 longs coming in. Let's go down to let's go up, to a higher time frame. Check out what's happening here. Okay, so yeah, we've got the local CVD divergence. It's actually becoming a little bit more pronounced here. Yeah, it is looking a little bit bearish here. Like, we're literally in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, man, poor Bitcoin. This is December volatility, guys. This is December 2022 volatility. Poor Bitcoin, seriously. But we are still holding value area low, which is kind of strong. I mean, that is a sign of strength here. And, well, I don't know. I don't know. Here's the reality of the situation. If this 4 hour confirms a green dot, that is a bullish divergence. I was really hoping we were going to take out this low to get into a juicy swing long. I would hope that we do still take it. Coinbase took it. You know, Coinbase took it. That could have been it. This could be our low here, especially if that 4 hour confirms. Here's what we need to be looking at right now, okay? If the low is in for Bitcoin, if the low is in, let's remove all this nonsense. Boom. Let's remove this. Let's remove this. Okay? We are rejecting from that golden pocket right now. If the low has been put in here, right, I would be looking for a long in this zone here, right? And the reason why is because if the low is in, and this was the low, then we would look for a retest. We would look to get in at a higher low, and we would look at that at the Fibonacci golden pocket zone, and we would basically also be looking on coinanalyze.net to see if we get some kind of a bullish absorption as we come down there. Now, right now, it's not really looking like we're going to get some. It's not really looking like we're going to get bullish absorption as we come down into there. What we do want to see is a whole bunch of people shorting. We want to see lots of shorts opening up, which could happen, right? It could. We want to see a lot of shorts opening up into this box right here and being absorbed by bigger players looking to build longs, right? That would be confirmation to long the higher low, okay? For more information about absorption, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. Check out the advanced course. It's a great course that Boyan and myself put together. It goes over everything you need to know about understanding order flow, market profile, TPO. You can check out the preview for free, and basically it would explain everything in a chart like this, what it is, what we're looking at, Or you can just stick around my live streams and learn it all for free, but you'll have to sit through a whole bunch of dumb jokes and a whole bunch of dumb pictures of me and Carl driving to McDonald's with the chicken, me and Sato getting wrecked, and me shilling ByBit and Market Cipher, and me trading and driving, and me with a sock on my head, and also the fact that I'm a scammer trying to cause a fake Bitcoin pump, right? And uneven butt cheeks, upside down sandbag freed. You know, the course cuts all that out, right? Cuts all that out. Okay, so we are going to be taking a look right now at some other assets here. Make sure to like the stream, guys. We got about 1,000 people in here. Let's take a look at Monero. Okay, Monero, XMR. One of my favorite coins to hodl. I am bullish on privacy coins. I hodl a lot of Monero. And I'm bullish on it. I'm looking to sell Monero at $1,000. I'm looking to sell Monero at $1,000. I've been accumulating heavily under 120. And I am looking to sell at $1,000. I know that sounds crazy, guys, but that is my plan for Monero. Yeah, so you know, I'm bullish on it. I'm bullish on privacy. So let's just pull some volume here. This is log scale, just so everyone's aware. We have come down, and this is Binance, toward the value area low. We are now above the point of control of this very large range going all the way back to the bull run top. All right, let's pull a more local range from May 2022, where we have this nice weekly order block zone. This is the local range in which we are working. And let me remove this giant falling wedge from the chart here. Let's actually take this off log scale real quick. So when we take a look at XMR, we can see that we have bullish divergences on the weekly. And now after putting in the bullish divs, money flow is getting thicker. Momentum has officially broken the downtrend, right? When we look at the downtrends on Market Cipher, we can see that the momentum waves have broken out of this downtrend that we were in since April 2021. For me, I do think that is significant. All right, so we came up to a very key zone of resistance, this weekly order block that we have right around here. Right around here, we have this weekly order block, and we rejected from that weekly order block. And now we are back down at the POC of the range. And let's pull out our fib from the low to the high. Well, to me, guys, this, you know, and I'm not really actively trading XMR because I'm simply just accumulating under $120 and hodling. So if we come back under 120, I will be accumulating more. But I have enough to be happy if the bottom's in. Let's just put it that way. If I'm selling at $1,000, which I plan to, well, $850 to $1,000. That's where my limit orders are set. Well, I actually don't have limit orders. I actually don't have limit orders for XMR. But that's when I plan to convert it into USDT. Let's put it that way. I have to be proactive with it because I actually keep it in a wallet. I have to be more proactive with it. But yeah, right now it's pretty clear that we are coming down to the value area low golden pocket of the range, which would actually make for a beautiful retest. Support resistance flip. We have now, like, I mean, we made two consecutive high. We made one higher high here, one higher low. What would be really bullish, in my opinion, is basically taking out this high from May and coming up to the weekly order block that we have up here at $217. That would be actually a really good sign of strength here. But this is an interesting area to be looking, in my opinion, to maybe get that move up to the $217 area. Let's go to the daily time frame. The daily time frame looks like we could come down a bit lower here, guys. Right? It looks like we just want to come back down to the low of the range. If we come back down to the low of the range, the zone between the golden pocket and the 786, and we're seeing bullish divs on the daily, yeah, that's pretty dang bullish. That is pretty dang bullish, right? So if we're going to come down here, we've already got hidden bull divs kind of forming here. So if we start to come down, let's say we do something like this even. Obviously, that would be very bullish. And I would also want to see that on the 4-hour as well. Key resistances to the upside, let's say that we continue to pump from here, is going to be the highs from May, right? The highs from May. We have this very interesting order block right here on the weekly time frame. Right, we could see right here where we have these. Actually, did we already tap into that? No, we didn't tap into that. So we have this zone right here. We're on the way down. All of a sudden, we have this blue doji candle. This is now going to give us a nice zone of resistance, right? So 217 would be key resistance in my opinion, and 131 would be key support. I almost said resort. Yeah, in my opinion, that would be pretty key right there. All right, let's take a look at another coin here. Let's take a look at ADA. Take a look at Cardano. And check out good old Cardano. And let me remove some stuff that I've got here on the chart. Actually, we'll keep some stuff on here. We'll keep some stuff on here. Let's check out Bitcoin real quick. All right, so is that bearish divergence has started to play out, right? We could see now we're seeing absorption coming in now even from this high, right? The CVD has gotten higher. We've got longs opening up. They are getting absorbed a little bit right here, getting a slight move down. And again, if we are going to put in a higher low on Bitcoin, this is the place we'd want to look for it. Now, the things that concern me, 6-minute money flow, getting much lower. Other things that concern me, 12-minute money flow getting lower as well. All right, that is a little bit concerning. It's not exactly what I want to see. If I was looking for a long trade here, I would want to see the money flow getting thicker. However, we'd still have some very bullish divs on the 12-minute. I mean, even locally, even just locally, we'd still have some pretty bullish divs on the 12-minute. We know that we have bullish divs on the 1 hour. Oh man, guys, the bullish div on the 1 hour, if we come below negative 73.7, that bullish div will not be valid anymore. So, man, we are dancing on the line right here of whether or not we have our confirmations. Right? We're dancing on the line of whether or not we even have our confirmations here. Make sure to like the stream, guys. It would be great to get 1,000 likes. It really helps out the algos. The AI just opened a long and Bell right now. All right, let's take a look at Bell for his sake, and then we'll take a look at Cardano. Let's take a look. All right, so Bell on the weekly time frame is looking very intense. Excuse me. So let's take it from May. The Luna dump. All right, so this is high term time frame stuff. I'm assuming we're going to need to go down to a lower time frame. All right, so So I am I don't know how I feel about this chart, honestly. I don't really like the low that we put in May. I don't really like the higher low that we put in here. We've been unable to make a higher high. We're below the macro POC and we're below the local value area high. So this is the daily chart. I don't really see any good swing long opportunity for me right here. Let's check out what we got going on maybe on the 4 hour here. Let's check out the volume from the downtrend. All right, well, I do see that we're printing multiple drives of a bullish div on the 4 hour here locally. And let's pull out a local fib, maybe from this last low that we put in before the big impulse to the high. I guess we already pulled that fib and we are below it. Let's pull the fib from down here. All right, yeah, we're below that as well. So maybe are we trading a very, very local range here? I mean, we are at the value area low of a very local range here. With some bullish div on the 4 hour. Let's check out the 1 hour. I mean, we did get some bullish div on the 1 hour here. So yeah, I could totally see maybe like a lower term time frame kind of deal going on right here. You know, if we come back down into the fib level, the golden pocket, the 786 would be a place to look for a low risk entry, right? Because we would have a clear invalidation, which is below this low right here, right? That's giving us like a 2% stop. If we're shooting for the top, I mean, it's a 4-to-1. It's, I mean, it's definitely not. This is definitely not any kind of trade I would take here. Besides this very local time frame on like the 20-minute chart, we don't have any kind of sign of strength, in my opinion. Just because, yes, we've taken out this high, but I would have, you know, I don't like this high. I like this high better. These highs right here, they definitely look like they need to get squeezed. So if the idea is to squeeze all this liquidity here and do something like this, then yeah, I could totally see that idea. I would see the rationale behind getting into that. I would, but it's definitely not something that I would look to take, in my opinion. Let's check out Cardano. Wow, Cardano on the 20-minute has put in a nice bottom, a nice apple bottom, nice uneven bottom there, and yeah, let's check it out. Cardano actually is one of the assets I have not traded in a very long time. So Cardano, we were looking at this, I think, in a few streams ago. Oh man, I mean, Cardano, this is just such a beautiful level, just literally just a little bit below us. We have the golden pocket, we have the high volume node and the value area low. That is just so beautiful. Having taken out this, I mean, we could consider this a significant high. Man, this looks actually pretty nice. Just to come down to the 30 to 31 cent zone. If we do that with some bullish divs, that looks really nice. Because we have such an, oh yeah, it's looking nice, guys. It's looking nice. This is looking pretty nice, I would say. We actually do have some bullish div right now. It'd be a shame if we don't hit that level. I think we could hit that level. I think we could wick down to that level. Let's see if we can't wick down. Yeah, we're getting a bounce from the local golden pocket right now. Let's see if we can't do something like this. You know? Where we can, like, officially now... Where we can officially... Let's say we come up... We've got this nice 4-hour level right here. Right? This is a pretty obvious support-resistance flip, right? Support, support, resistance. Come up here. Take these highs, come back down, don't bounce off the golden pocket, and then come down into our box with more bullish divs on the 4-hour. That would be very nice for Cardano, in my opinion. But, you know, of course, what do I know, guys? That's kind of what I would. That's what I see locally right here for Cardano. Let's take a look at Bell, not Bell. Let's take a look at Phantom FTM. FTM got a pretty big pump the other day. When I say the other day, I mean, yeah, like a while ago, right? During this whole time. Phantom is also looking pretty interesting here because, well, we know that we have a very nice confluence here, right? We've got the retest of the support resistance, the value area high of this range. For Phantom, we have a Fibonacci golden pocket also coming in from the low to the high at the retest of the value area. We are starting to print a hidden bullish divergence as well for Phantom. So that golden pocket looks really nice. This green box right here, the value area high, the golden pocket, man, it looks very nice. It's a support resistance flip. That 30 to 35 cent zone is actually looking very nice. If we're going to continue in an uptrend, that would be a very beautiful retest, right? Because we've got this very nice rounded bottom here, and that would just fit right in with our rounded bottom. We've taken out these highs. We've rejected perfectly from this key level at 65.13 cents. And so if this is a real breakout, this would be a great retest here. A pretty big dump, a pretty serious correction. Coming down to the 50% correction, man. Yeah, that's actually a nice potential right there. Yeah, that's a nice potential. And of course, you know, if everything's gonna get real bearish in these crypto markets, we just look down for lower levels. We have much lower levels on Phantom. You know, we've got a key support resistance flip coming in at 5 cents. We've got a weekly order block down here at 0.006 cents, right? I mean, if we happen to come down that low, can you imagine that? But that would be a really good opportunity, in my opinion. If we come down another 100%, another 99% from here, that would be absolutely crazy, right? But I mean, we're going back to the pre-bull run range for Phantom, right? And we have the key support resistance flip, the high of the 2020 high. Before that massive breakout, that could be a very juicy support resistance flip around 5 cents. So yeah, if Bitcoin and everything starts to get really bearish, obviously we look for the alts to bleed, and if we're bullish on a certain coin, we would look down to these zones for accumulation if we're looking to hold them in the next bull run. What about the 6 minute on Phantom? Let's check out the 6 minute on Phantom here. The 6 minute on Phantom is looking pretty much the same as the 6 minute on Bitcoin. We got some nice bull divs. Money flow is coming out as we got the bull div. I'd say it looks pretty neutral, slightly. It looks neutral because of money flow, but yeah, I say it looks kind of neutral based on money flow here. But I mean, we clearly have a range. And we came down toward the low of that range. So, I mean, if you took a long from here based on that div, I mean, good job. You obviously are in some juicy profits. Let's pull a fib from the low to the high. I don't really like that low, but we did bounce from the 786. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like, for me, this is kind of neutral in the moment. Like, if we had been there to long as we came down toward that low, could have been a good opportunity. Right now, we're below the value area low, so you know, when we're trading on such lower time frames, it's tough to say, you know, is this a good buy opportunity? I would say no, because we rejected from value area low after failing to reclaim it, right? So that's not a very good sign of strength. And I would maybe want to wait to take the low again, or even better yet, take out this low with some more bullish divs. But I'm kind of neutral on it right now. Like, for me, if I just came to the chart right here, I'd say I don't really have a trade right now. I might look, you know, if we do start to pump from here, then I would say we've got a potential short zone up here, right? The golden pocket, high volume node 786. Yeah, I'm pretty neutral on it, to be honest with you. Am I assuming FTM's gender? I'm sorry, Steven. Yes, I was assuming the gender on that one. Yes, I apologize. I apologize. Shout out to everybody in the chat, y'all. You guys are the absolute best. You guys are the absolute best. And most of you guys think that Powell did not kill Bitcoin. Shout out to Aaron G. All right, guys, I'm going to head out, but may you all be blessed in Jesus' name. I pray everyone watching the stream is very blessed. May the Lord bless you. May he protect you. May he shine light upon you. May he have grace upon you. And may the Lord turn his face towards you and give you wholeness in Jesus' name. And I will see all you guys in the next stream. Peace.